welcome to my YouTube channel. This is BNSF6951, a Vinny Vid Productions video. Hi, I'm Vinny and I will be your host. This is a model railroad channel, so if you enjoy watching scratch builds, layout updates, and rail fatting, and lots of other stuff that pertains to model railroading, this is the channel for you. So if you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, don't forget to hit that bell. That'll give you a notification of anytime I do a video or live stream. Anyhow, I'm going to ask you guys to do one more thing, and that is to give me the thumbs up. That will help my analytics with YouTube. I hope you enjoyed the video, so let's get going. First, a word from my sponsors. This Vinny Vid production is brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technology has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees! I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the Cuzz sent you. Hey everyone, welcome to Friday Night with the Cuzz. How's everybody doing? Everybody hearing me? My microphone working? Hello, let's start from the top and say hello to some people, and meanwhile we'll get this going. Don't forget guys to check out these weekly shows. There's some important stuff you can learn watching these shows. So anyhow, let's get on with the greetings and salutations for tonight. And let's start at the top here, and we'll scroll down. Mr. John, Schuylkill Valley, how's it going? Let's see who else we got. Ethan Armitage, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in tonight. Ron Moen, how's it going, buddy? Ron, did you get your package? I sent your package out, I think it was Monday, so you should have had it by today, probably tomorrow. Same with John Tanzillo, if you're in here. I didn't see you yet. Dave BNSF N Scale, how's it going, buddy? Derek Alexander, welcome, my friend. Glad you can make it in tonight. Steve Wigwag, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it in tonight. Ralph Greenwood, how's it going, buddy? It says I have 27 in here. I see the same names. Anthony Dodge, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in. Man, I am really sorry for not catching any of your live shows. I've just been so busy with this house stuff. Hopefully it's getting back under control and I'll be able to start watching some of the live streams. Yours and Steve Childers in particular. Hello, Joe Rader. How's it going, my friend? Connie, how's it going? Mr. Norman Rowe, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in tonight. I decided I wanted to do a different intro because the intro I was doing was for the past 4 years, and I was getting kind of tired of it myself. I'm still working on this one that I did today. I still need some work trying to get the countdown clock to synchronize with the rest of the video. So yeah, I'm still working on it. Mr. Digger Evans, how's it going, my friend? Chris Mitchell, glad you can make it in tonight, buddy. Mr. Roy L.A. Roy, guess what? I think I got the color. I told you I was going to pick up some paint this morning, and I was there at like 5 after 8 picking up this paint, and I started messing around with it. I can't show it here because what will happen is it'll disappear because of the green screen, but I am going to do another comparison, and you let me know which one you would like to have because I think they're really close. I did some mixing. Let's see who else we got here. John Tanzillo. John, did you get your package? I sent you a package out this week also. Let me know if you got it. If not, you'll probably get it tomorrow. Mark Saunders, how's it going, my friend? Kevin S.F. Rattan, how's it going then, my friend? All the way from New Zealand. Frank Neer, how's it going, my buddy? 30, since I got 30. This shirt I'm wearing tonight, guys, is from my Teespring store, so you guys might want to check out what you can get there. I wouldn't advise getting any of the color shirts because I messed up when I did the logo. I didn't crop it down all the way, so if you get a blue shirt, you'll have this big old white thing and then the logo in the middle. So if you're going to get one, get a white one. But yeah, I just got this the other day, and I sent one to John Tanzillo for all the work he's been doing for me with the 3D prints. I think I got everybody. Seems like all the same names are rolling up here. Ron Bryce, how's it going, my friend? All the way from Australia. Good to see you guys. I got a couple of people from down under. That's cool. Dwight Curley, good to see you. Rail Artist. Dude, I need to converse with you since you're an artist. I really need to talk with you. Ralph, put up my email address so Mike can get in touch with me. I need to talk to him a little bit about some colors and stuff. Martin Sismore, how's it going, buddy? Good, you can make it in tonight. Kyle Stevens, glad you can make it in tonight. Nice to see all you guys here. I'm glad you, it makes me very happy that you guys are supporting me as much as you do. Just being here on Friday nights is a cool thing. Brian Ironhorse Route. Brian, I sent you a thingamabob in the in your email. If you want to come up here. Actually, I think I want you to come up because we need to discuss some stuff. Oh no, that's all done now. How about this one? All right, guys. Well, I'm happy to announce that I did get a new member in my membership, Jim Veronico and the Track Rail Adventures. That's my new one. Ron Moen, Roy Elton, Brian Page, Shays N-Scale, Dustin's N-Scale, Joe Rader, Chris Mitchell, Robert Young, Eminem Shortlines, Dave BNSF N-Scale, Grandpa Rails, Mark Arnold, and Carolina Foothills. Guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate all the support you guys are giving me. It definitely helps with all of the stuff that I need to get, to keep these live streams and my videos going also. Let's see, how did I get so far behind? Lynn. Oh, hello, Mr. Lynn McCurdy. How's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it into my live stream. Welcome. Glad you're here. Tonight we're going to be finishing up a model that I started last week. Hello, Mr. Sparky. How's it going with you? Glad you can make it in tonight. Steve 87 PSAP. Glad you can make it in. All right, I think I'm going to be making it down to the bottom here. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's go back to here. All right, so as soon as my co-host gets here, if you guys remember about 2 weeks ago, I said I had a gift that I was going to give away and I didn't know where I put it. Well, I found it. It's nothing really crazy. It's nothing really expensive. It's just something that I have. that I bought two of, and I don't know why I bought two of them, but I'm going to give one away. Yeah, thank you. Low Country, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in here. Dave, glad you can make it in tonight. You know, I was thinking, I got more Daves and more Johns, I think, than the whole world, It's really funny. Wig waggy. Anyhow, you remember last week we started doing this project, and I worked on it during the week a little bit because I had a lot of problems with this front wall. Now, I spoke with Brian about it, and he told me that he had taken care of all the issues that were on the first kit. So, hello, Mr. Kevin Brown. I lost track of time. That's okay, brother. So, Brian, if you are here, I sent you a link, so please come on up so we could talk about this kit that you got going on here. And what we're going to do is Brian, myself, and Grandpa Rails are going to be doing this kit. Brian is sending me the updated version of this kit, and hopefully everything is taken care of and we'll be able to put it together all in one night. We'll do the basic body of it like I have here, and then we'll save the roofs for later on for the following week. Also, I want to thank last week's super chat, Mr. Kevin Brown. Thank you very much. And tomorrow's video. Now I'm doing these videos that I'm pulling out of my archives, I guess you would say, only to let you guys see how my layout operates from the start in the yard, putting a train together, and then delivering those cars out to the yard, to the second yard where they get distributed to all the different industries, and then cars going back to the main yard. That's why I'm posting these, so you guys can get used to seeing how my layout runs and how it's supposed to be operated. I do not have car cards. I do not have any way of doing it except with index cards and little stickers I put on top of the cars. So you guys need to watch that. And the next couple of videos, actually, I don't think these two. Yeah, well, maybe one of the two that I'm putting up this week is a special guest running trains. And then the next part after that, the same guest is running trains again. Then I have finally a third guest that's going to be running the final video of the series. It's 7 parts total, and I know that I have posted a couple of videos that you'll see again, only because it's part of the series, and I didn't want to break the series up. So anyhow, that's all that's being said with that. Let's see who else we have here. Mr. Artie, how you doing, Artie? Glad you can make it in tonight. Got 31 peoples in here. I think I said hello to everybody. Northern brother, that's funny. So, I'm not going to start that until shut up, Sparky. I'll give you a freight train. I'll give you a boxcar chain next time you come here so you can run a box because I know that's your favorites. I'm also, as I was looking at these videos myself, I realized that I made a change that I really don't want to make. So I'm putting stuff back to the way it was, and you'll see Mike, I'm not quite understanding what you're saying there. I don't know what this at random list is. You have an at random listing on your file for presenters on YouTube. I'm not quite sure what you mean. I'm not aware of what you're talking about. So maybe you can explain to me a little bit better, because I'm not aware of what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Let's see. We have Mr. Brian downstairs in the basement. I think we'll bring him up so we can talk a little bit about this kit that he's going to be doing. Oh, he wants to come up tonight. Okay. Well, let me get through this first. I'll put the link up here if it'll still work. It does. Okay, Mike, real artist. There's the link for you if you want to come up today. I'm going to bring Brian up so we can talk about this kit. Hello, Mr. Brian.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? You able to hear me and everything?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Good to see y'all.
Yeah, it's
lots of people in here tonight.
Yeah, we got 33 in here so far.
It must be
fix
Friday.
My camera. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah, I can probably move mine too a little bit.
So, I was thinking, I was starting to tell everybody what our plans are for you, me, and for John Dilly to be doing this diner kit. So, I had a second thought on that, and my second thought is I would have room for 3 more people to be in that live stream. So, if you're willing to sell some of those kits to people that want to be in the live show and do some of that with us, that'd be okay.
Sure, I would, and I would do it super cheap. Like, I wouldn't even be, I would do it less than normal price.
Yeah, and it's in it.
For those guys that wanted to do that. Yeah.
All right. Hold on a minute, Brian. Sorry, Mike. Sorry to hear that, but yeah, you're welcome. Next time you're on my live stream, if you want to come up, just let me know, and I'll give you the link to come up. Hello, Matt. How's it going, buddy? Glad to see you in here. Anyhow, what we're talking about is, like I had mentioned earlier, Brian had made all the modifications he's going to make to this kit, to the N scale kit. He is going to be doing an HO kit for John Dilly,
Mm-hmm.
And we 3 are going to put them together. Now, if anybody wants to join us and buy one of these kits from Brian, I have room for 3 more to be on the live stream with us. So if you're interested in doing that, let us know. Let us know here, or send me an email, or send Brian an email, or whatever. Gus Hadley, the lunatic from that's funny. Welcome. He's new here. I've never seen him before. Welcome, buddy.
Who is this? Oh, Gus Hadley. I think I've seen him in here before, man.
See, Ron says count him in. Okay.
Oh, very nice.
Ron New Haven Rails. He does a lot of Craftsman kits.
Now,
he's HO also.
Cuz I know you've been busy with the house and everything. I sent you a text about your walls. Did you want the gray or the wooden colored walls?
You know what?
See, the gray
I was thinking of painting it myself, my own colors.
Okay. Well, then it
If
doesn't
that's
matter.
okay. Really. I mean, because I'm going to put it on my layout, and I want it to be,
Oh, sure. And that's what the I just have an option where I can do the walls in wood color, and it looks more vintage. And then if I do it in the gray, it looks more modern.
This is the gray.
Well, I do. The one I'm doing them in now is a little bit darker than that, and it's a matte. See, that one's shiny.
Right.
What I do them in now, I'm doing all of them in matte, and that reduces the need to use a dull coat, and it also makes it just much easier to paint on. It also makes the glue much easier because it absorbs better. You can use any glue with the matte filament.
Let me bring John up here.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, Mr. John.
Hey, how's it going, Vinny? Brian?
Good to see you.
Everybody.
Oh, I like this camera better. It's good to see you, JD.
Hey, how you been?
Making a circle K.
Yeah. Hey, Digger, Steve, Kyle, Derek, Steve, a lot of Steves.
We always have a lot of Johns and Steve.
Yeah, and Dave.
John, Steve's, and what was the other one? Dave. Lots of Daves and lots of Johns.
Yep.
And Mr. Lynn McCurdy is saying hello to you, Grandpa Rails.
Hey, Lynn. Hi, Kevin in New Zealand. Hey, Roy. Schoolkill. Joe. Who else is in here? Gus. Ethan. Artie. All the Johns, all the Daves, all the Steves.
There's only one Vinny.
Yeah, one Vinny. I think one Brian, too. There's not too many Brians roll in here.
There is one more. I can't remember what channel it is, but he does pop in and out. And because sometimes I get confused if there's another one in there. Because there's
Hey, Rob.
There's 7 Johns, right?
I lost count, dude.
Like that. Yeah, there's quite a few of us.
And that's not a joke.
Hey,
Mr. Gus Hadley is from Southwest Virginia. John, that's in your country right there, Southwest Virginia, Southern West Virginia. There you go. All right.
But yeah, Vin, like I said, I have already got yours and JD's done. I've got to just pack them up and do a last count and get the addresses on them, and I can get those out to y'all. And then
I need to go to the hobby shop and pick up that Plastruck.
Any of you guys that are going to get into this with us, get yourself a jar of this stuff. This works really well on the plastic that Brian is using for the 3D prints. I tried all my normal adhesives, and none of them worked until I tried that, and that worked great.
Now that Plastruck is worth its weight in gold anyway. My understanding is that's what John Schoolkill says. But when I'm doing them in these matte ones, Vinny, they are much more glue friendly. You can use a much more wide array of glues with the matte filament than you can with the shiny filament. The shiny filament it doesn't want to take the glue. It doesn't.
They want to absorb it. Yeah,
it's not porous, and the matte is much more porous, and that's what makes it take paint a lot better too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So let me ask, as long as you brought the paint up, now are there any specific paints that you need to use on these?
No, I just use regular stuff. I don't even have an airbrush yet.
Oh, so do you use a brush or do you use spray cans? I'm
just using a brush right now.
Okay, and, so are you using acrylic paints?
Yes, I am. Now, what I do is if it is shiny, if it has the shiny finish on it, I use a dull coat. And if it has a matte, I don't need to. But you've got to put a dull coat on them with that shiny finish, or the paint just kind of slides off of it.
Yeah,
do you need to primer these before you paint them, or?
Schoolkill River John says you always need to primer them before you paint them. He said, now I gotta preface that, but no, I don't. The shiny ones, yes, but the matte ones I've found that I don't need to take that step. I think that if you take that step, you're gonna get an even better quality than you'd get if you didn't. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
Well, the primer is the go between the plastic and the paint. It's what makes the paint adhere to the plastic because the primer is doing the job of actually adhering to the plastic, to the surface, and then the paint's adhering to the primer. So it's really always good to do a primer coat before you paint anything.
Yeah.
And like I said, I have been told that, and I've heard that. I would love to get an airbrush. I'm working on that.
Yeah.
That's coming for me at some point soon. But the matte does make it a little bit easier and a more friendly to paint on. It is a little harder to print super fine and sharp details on though, because it's a little softer.
Right.
You know. So you give and take when you do stuff like that. If I'm doing a little tiny window frame, I'm going to use a filament that has more of a shiny finish on it because it's going to make more crisp lines, especially if I'm doing teeny tiny stuff.
Will it make it stronger also?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I do. I actually think it is probably a little more rigid. But the other ones, as long as I do the walls thick enough, which I try to do them at least 2.5 millimeters, and I don't know what that is in styrene, what that breaks down to be, but
It's probably,
it's pretty
I
thick.
would say that's probably about 80 thousandths
Okay.
as far as the thickness goes. That's pretty thick, and it's good that it's pretty thick. And like I said, that glue really works good.
Yeah.
One thing I found I can do, cuz with that little piece that warped on you, I did make a correction, but since I've gotten your feedback, I'm gonna print that with a raft, and that might make sense to you, and it might not. But I can print pieces with a raft or not. If I print them without a raft, the edges are more crisp and clean. But if I print it with a raft, it's gonna go to you or whoever in a pattern that's gonna keep it from warping. Basically, it's like in sprues that you just snap out. You know, you
Right.
snap it out of
Right.
what's called a raft, and I can leave it in there, and that's going to prevent it from warping on people. And so when you do the N or the Z scale one, I think that's going to help me a lot. So I'm glad that kind of happened. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I was going to do the rest of the video, and then I decided, you know what, I had to do a lot of work because I had to adjust the back one here.
Mm-hmm.
Then that threw this one off, and then by throwing this one off, it threw the next one off also. And I can't even get your printed square to go in the rectangle here. It won't go.
Oh no, okay.
Because I modified it so much to get the walls to match up.
Sure.
So,
It looks pretty clean from here, though.
Well, it came out pretty good, but I don't know if you can be able to see this, but right here in this corner, there was a big space in there.
Yeah.
So I put a piece of angle in there.
Yeah.
And once that gets painted, you won't even know it's there.
Now, did you ever find those interior inserts I told you about that were in the...
Brian, to be honest with you, I have not opened the second bag yet.
Okay.
Only because it's funny because I'm putting furniture together because I'm getting new furniture, some small little tables and stuff.
Awful.
So I've been putting all that stuff together and then, getting stuff cleaned up and running around to the stores and stuff. So yeah, I just not have any time. I had not even been watching videos. That's how busy I've been. And I'm really, really sorry about that because people I usually watch, I have not watched it all in the last 2 weeks. And I apologize. I apologize to Anthony Dodge and I apologize to Steve Childers too, because those are the guys I pretty much watch all the time.
Yeah.
And
I understand. This is a busy time of year for me with work as well, and I'm in that survival mode for watching videos. I watch the ones that I feel like I just have to, like if it's eating me up because I didn't watch it, I go watch it. You know what I mean? And that. Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it, but there are people's videos right now that are bothering me I haven't seen, and I'll go watch them because it's bothering me. But as things slow down, then I start watching for more enjoyment, and things.
Right.
I actually got to go watch one of School Kill's his old sculpt a mold video. I'm working on a new mountain over here in the corner, and they're out of my paper pulp at Hobby Lobby, and so I'm gonna have to make my own. And John's got the good recipe. That's a video. John's got about 11 or 12,000 views. His sculptor.
That video always keeps popping up in my YouTube. It's always there.
You know what? I never get one from him on my watch.
It says it's from a year ago. He posted that thing, and it just keeps rolling through my suggested videos.
It might even have been longer than that. Like I said, he's got like 12. He might even be at 15,000 views on it now.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Because it's great information, great way to make it, and it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Brian, you're in Mississippi.
Yes, sir. South Mississippi. I'm about 5 miles off the Gulf.
So you're right in the middle of everything, huh?
Yeah, I'm about 50 minutes by car east of New Orleans. So we get popped in the mouth sometime with storms.
Yeah, I would say so.
And if I told you what it costs to insure the train shed a year, you would faint. It's very expensive to insure this thing out here. So I have to debate that at the beginning of every year because they want that money up front. you got to pay that money up front at the beginning of the year. You can't even put it on your note, which
Oh,
makes
really?
it, yeah, and that makes it a real drag, because they want that
Yeah.
cash straight up front.
Yeah.
So, um,
Yeah, that's not something everybody has, is that right up front kind of stuff,
I never even thought about doing that.
Trying to work
Really.
yourself through everything and budget and everything. And
yeah. Well, I could
My-
insure this, but it would cost me money. So I haven't decided. It's probably something not a bad idea, though.
My house insurance.
Derek,
My house
Derek,
insurance
Derek
is set
says
up.
you should make it into an ark.
Yeah.
Make your train shed into an ark.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
do have a lot of trees around, and that actually can be beneficial because it shields some of the wind.
Yeah.
Now, if the tree falls on the shed, that's bad. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
but all them they do really block. Like I'm ready. My roof should go. I actually kind of wish it would, because then insurance would pay for it. But my roof has stayed on through many storms, and it's basically because I've got a lot of woods behind the house that shield them, and the
Yeah.
neighbors on the other side of me get the wind once it dips back down.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna if we have a storm and it's not real bad, I'm gonna go live like during the storm, and so y'all can be in Gulfport during the hurricane and watch it come in. And I'll probably do that from up in the house, though. I'm not going to do that from out here. I'll have a camera out here so we can watch, but that'd be about it.
Tim CP368 says his roof has 8 holes in it.
Hey.
Oh, goodness. Well, one of the guys told me after my ballast video that although that's a great way to get free ballast, that's a sign that my roof is in bad shape. And yeah.
Off the shingles, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but man, that makes great ballast, and I can make tons of it cheap.
Yeah.
And you know what
Yeah,
I thought?
Those shingles are usually good for about 30 years, I think.
Well, I probably here in the South, it's not quite so much just because of the damage, the wind. It does take some damage from the wind. We have some pretty bad storms too. I guess you do too. Where are you at exactly, JD?
I'm out on the left coast.
Okay.
I'm in Oxnard, California.
All right, I got you. I thought you were California, but I wasn't 100%.
Yeah, I'm out here for a little while longer. I don't know how much, maybe another year or so.
Speaking of moving, one of my co-workers here in town, he's leaving too. Mr. Dave BNSF N-Scale.
Oh yeah.
He's going back to Wisconsin.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Dave, we won't get to hang out anymore.
He was here yesterday. I told him come on down and hang out for a while.
When's he taking off? When
I spoke with him, it was 18 days. I think he's about 2 weeks now.
Oh wow. Real soon.
Yeah.
I was hoping he was moving to Gulfport. I could use Dave being SFN scale to be down here. That'd be great, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so I think he's happy about it. I'm not 100% sure. I think he's happy about it, but I mean that's his home. That's his homeland, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be a temperature difference.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, big time.
At least he's going there in the summer, so he can get acclimated to that climate before the winter hits there.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. It took me about 2.5 years to get really settled out in Colorado, from being here 5 miles off the Gulf to moving to 1.5 miles off the sea level. It took a couple years.
That's a big change. Well, I mean, your breathing and everything's all different.
Yep. Sure. Lots of nosebleeds and things like that for a little while, but it ended up getting better. And what's weird is, those high altitude instructions you see every time you cook, I had to get to use them all the time. It was kind of, you think they're a big waste of space, but people actually do use them. So,
hello, Mr. Darren. How's it going, buddy? Lynn, so Lynn McCurdy, you live in California, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he lives northeast of me, kind of, I guess. He's out towards the desert,
Okay.
Victorville, and all that.
So,
He's a couple hours. I think he's a couple hours from where I am.
hey, John, pick out a name.
Oh,
It don't matter N scale or HO scale. Just pick somebody.
scale, HO scale, it don't matter. Let me roll through here. Nolan, yes, I did. I posted a video yesterday.
Hello, Nolan. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, he posted a video and made me cry. You know, John, I seriously, this morning when I woke up, the very first thing I did was I went to Scale Trains, I went to Intermountain, I went to Fox Valley, Cato, and Atlas to see if anybody was making it in N scale.
Huh? I would have thought that Scale Trains would have.
That's why I went there first, because I said, okay, if they have it, it's going to be at least $200. So I'll see if I can figure and work it into my budget that I have going on. But they didn't have it, and yeah, so it's like, oh man, that really sucks.
Let's
out here where they used to build a space shuttle. That's Lynn McCurdy.
Yeah, Skunk Works.
Isn't that in Palmdale?
Palmdale, Lancaster.
I lived in Palmdale.
Oh, let's see. Name.
What I can't figure out.
How about Gus Hadley, the lunatic from Arno?
I thought I had my N-scale Grandpa Rails Diner sign out here. I was going to show it off because I didn't know if JD wanted N-scale. I mean, I figured he wanted HO, but anyway, I had an N-scale. I was just going to send him if that's what he wanted. And I've got that sign somewhere, and I was going to show it off, but I don't know what I did with it now. But it says Grandpa Rails in N-scale, and so it's small, but you can see it. You can read it.
John, did you pick somebody?
Yeah, Gus Arno or Gus Hadley.
Oh, Gus Hadley?
Yeah, the lunatic from Arno.
Okay, Mr. Gus Hadley, congratulations. You just won this paintbrush holder, pencil holder. I bought.
Ethan, we hope you get better.
Huh?
Ethan Armitage. He says he's sick. So I just wishing him to get better.
Anyhow, Mr. Gus, who was it, John?
Gus Hadley.
Gus Hadley. Mr. Gus Hadley, send me your in my email, John. Ralph, put my email address up there, please, so Mr. Gus Hadley can contact me and give me his address, and I'll send it. It's pretty cool. It can hold like 90 something brushes and pencils and stuff like that.
Oh wow!
I accidentally ordered 2 of these, so I have one, and I gave one to my daughter, and now I got this one, and then I ordered a square one for myself. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got a square one for myself. But yeah, they come in real handy because, I mean, it's a good place to store your stuff, you know, keep stuff off your desk and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's see, Mark Saunders said, I used to live in Oxnard. Oh, cool.
Oh, Point Mugu. On the base.
Happy Valley Hobbies. How's it going, my friend?
Hey, Ed, how are you?
I still have not run that CSX locomotive yet. I'm just trying to get past all the house stuff. Then I got to clean my layout because there's so much dust in this house right now. I have to get.
I bet you got dusty over there.
Oh my God, John, you wouldn't believe the dust that's here. Oh God. Even with the doors, like to my bedrooms, all the bedroom doors were closed. Even with them closed, there was still dust in there. Will it work? Dave, I'm not 100% sure if a pin vise will fit in here. I have not tried.
Oh, there we go.
I don't think so, though. It's kind of.
Look, JD, there's your base. Look, I engraved the letters in them now.
Oh, that's cool.
So I don't have to write it on a Sharpie.
Yeah, heck yeah. That's genius, man.
So I engrave them in there, and I engrave them in the wall too. So you just match the wall to the.
I got a question for you there, Mr. Brian.
What is it?
what is the square hole in the bottom? Is that for light?
It is. It's for your wire to go through down through the bottom,
Got it.
and it's just big enough where it won't let the I think it's the 5 millimeter square LED light go back through. But see, the roofs pop off anyway, so you got access to pull it back out this way. And as long as you got your hole drilled wherever the model's set, you can just pop it back through if you need to change the light. And I actually, especially like in HO and stuff, you could put accessories in there. You could put tables and a counter and stuff in there for HO. The N-scale stuff's really small. I've printed it before, but it's hard to see through the windows.
Yeah,
that was one thing I wanted to mention. One thing we want to do before we get started, if y'all will glue your windows to the inside before we start, then we wouldn't have to wait for those to dry before we started.
Gotcha.
So that would save a lot of time. So if you
are you talking about the window frames or the acetate?
No, the actual filament, the little it's like transparency film that I send you.
Okay.
Well, that wouldn't be good to put them on there because how would you paint? Then you got to do a lot more masking.
Well, the I call for in the instructions any painting to be done before you start the model process too, and only touch-ups to be done after. Now, you could do that the other way, Vin, but what you're going to be doing with the roof that comes off, it's still easy to do. But of course, the walls are easier to do the windows when they're laying flat face down.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's generally how I do mine anyway.
So that's
why my thing is I don't like gluing over painted surfaces. That's why I put the building together first and then paint it.
Yeah.
So there's no surfaces that have to be glued that'll get paint on them.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I do it that way.
And depending upon my mood, I do too. It just really depends on how things work out. But I do understand that. I don't know if you, well, no, you said you're going to build and then paint too. So yeah, just JD, if you are going to do the window filament first, if you do want to put it together, the window filament in before you put it together, you might want to do it before the show. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and have my filament in. But see, I'm doing mine in, I've already got a couple colors here at the house. So I'm going to do mine in a wood color because I don't have a wood color one. So I'm going to do mine.
What the funny thing is now? I got about 9 or 10 different green colors.
I bet you do.
Oh yeah, did you guys figure out which color you're going to use?
Actually, I ordered some paint yesterday and picked it up this morning at Walmart. And I started experimenting by mixing colors, and I think I got one of the colors pretty close. And I'm going to do another comparison video, probably tonight or tomorrow. After my premiere video, I'll do a second video on the comparison. I think I got it really, really close. Of course, I'm looking at the paint here, and I'm not looking at the picture, so I don't know. My brain is saying yes, it's close, but I won't know until I actually put it, against the roof.
Because I left a real late comment about that, and you might not have had a chance to see it, and it might not have made sense, but it kind of looked to me like, the borders didn't fade as much as the faces.
No, and I agree. It's definitely sun-beaten. And I had thought that one of my subscribers said that he's been in construction for 25 years, and the paint that they use is called Hunter Green.
Okay.
Now I painted one of the swatches in Hunter Green, and it looked really dark to me.
Yes,
but again, it could be because the sun might have been beating down on that.
Yeah, you got to figure how many years that it's got a lot of sun fade to it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And it's metal in California.
Yeah.
Because his camera just stalled.
Yeah, it did.
Norman Rose says lots of green buildings arriving on Vinny's layout soon.
Okay, so since Cuzz's camera stalled, JD is the star and I'm the co-host. Okay, so everybody look at JD.
Yeah, we can listen to Vinny, but that's about it.
We lost your cam, Cuzz.
Wow.
Yeah, he froze up. I don't know. Just all of a sudden.
Wait, maybe he didn't freeze up on live though. Maybe he just froze. No, he did.
I froze up.
It's
I saw
better
that.
now. It's better.
Yeah,
now.
you're moving around.
Yeah, you know what happens? Sometimes the video capture cards get a little hot and they just stop working.
Yeah.
But something I got to deal with if I want to do this. You know, I got 4 cameras. There's four cards that come out of my computer. You know. So, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to this. Now, I want to make sure we'll give everybody like a week or two to order if they want to get in on it to order stuff from you, Brian.
Okay.
And once we get a total amount of people, like I said, I can have 3 more people besides the 3 of us that are here now. So whoever wants to join in on this build, let us know. I know Ron from New Haven Rails. He said he wants to do it, and he's HO. I haven't seen anybody else yet.
And I can I'll get with him and get any specifics like what he wants his sign to say, and then anything he might want to request. We can take care of that.
You know, you might. I don't know if Roy Eltham has somebody that's going to do 3D prints for his for the build that I'm doing for him, but he wants 3D letters to put on the building.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get with him. I talked to Roy. So yeah, I got a way to communicate with him. I can do that.
Okay.
I don't know, y'all. Let's see. Can you see my latest project, Cuz, back there? I don't know if you can see.
Make his screen big. Make Brian's screen big.
Let's see if I know how to do that. There you go.
There you go.
See back there?
The Union Station?
Yeah, that's my latest project.
That's looking good, bud.
I've still got lots of detail work and stuff to do on it, but the actual structure's done now and stuff. So
that looks good.
Thank you.
Think you and John Tanzillo are going to have competition?
Yeah.
What now?
I said you and John Tanzillo are going to have competition.
Yeah, he actually has a professional printer. He got a real nice one, I think. I'm eyeballing some new ones and stuff, but you know, people talk about that resin stuff a lot, but I just don't know if I want to fool with all that. They got to cure it and all that stuff.
Yeah, I hear about it. And the smell. You got to be you can't do it really in your house. You have to be outside in another building or whatever and have windows open and whatnot.
Well, I just need a real good friend with one.
I'm wondering why I keep freezing up here. I wonder if my card is going bad. Huh. Oh, well.
Take care, Artie.
Somebody
Have a good night, Artie.
Yeah, Artie left.
Artie left.
Kevin Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin.
Let's see. John says he only uses FDM printers.
Oh.
I have no clue as to any of that 3D stuff that's going on.
No, I'm watching. Brian and John and these guys are doing it. It's Eric Hall is doing it, and it's changing our hobby.
Oh,
because
man.
you're able to manufacture something that you want that nobody else is going to be able to make.
Exactly. Yeah,
because
exactly.
They're not going to do one off for you.
I want some trees. I go print them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I've got a tunnel portal over here, and I can pull it out.
Oh,
hello, Richard and Rome. How's it going, guys?
Yeah. So look, there's no way I could have made this tunnel portal.
Oh, it's a 3 tunnel. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right, so this took 8 different prints, right? But I eventually
there you go.
I eventually got it right. And now I need to paint it better and stuff like that. But I could have never bought anything like that. And even it took me about 3 or 4 days, I guess, to get that right. Probably 7 or 8 different prints. Put some stuff together. I did them separate initially, and I found ones that fit, and then I kind of, put them together. But I was still brand new at using Tinkercad then too.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff is a little bit easier for me.
Hello, Mr. Alan D. How's it going, my friend?
And so my latest thing though, I'm getting ready to put a mountain chalet out. It's like almost like a mountain inn or something.
Yeah.
I started out trying to make a water mill, and it turned into something different, but it looks pretty cool. So I went ahead and went with it and just pulled the water wheel off of it. And so I'm working on making a water mill too. But this last design where I started out with the intention of making a water mill turned into something else. And that's what's really cool about it. When you sit down and start a brand new design, it's really neat. I started out doing one thing and it turned out to be something totally out in the end. And I've just about got the whole thing printed now, so I'll be putting that together in a video pretty soon.
Norman Rose says that Kathy Millett 3D printed an entire mountain.
Oh.
I mean, they're
Damn,
doing houses. So
it's
Ken
funny.
Amos says that he uses the resin printing indoors with no issues. He has a plexi case that goes over the resin printer, pulls air from it through a charcoal canister, and returns it back into the room. And he has no problems at all.
Hello, Mr. David F&B Railroad. How's it going, my friend? Ken Amos, how's it going, my friend? What was I saying? I was saying something. I don't know. They say the first thing that goes is the mind,
Yeah. Well, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, huh?
that went 3 things ago for me.
Oh, God.
Let's see. Connie has both filament and resin printers, and the odor depends on the resin used. She has very little noticeable odor when she prints.
Well, like I want to be able to print like vehicles and stuff, and you can't really do that in scale in filament.
Yeah.
I could probably do vehicles pretty good in HO. I would take the chassis off and print the wheels and the chassis and the body 3 separate pieces, and I would be able to do that in HO. It's just the 1 in 160 is pretty tough.
Yeah.
It at the bottom, it all wants to come together under the bottom, and stuff.
Well, I'm looking forward to doing this little build thing that we're going to have going on.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
And like I said, you guys need to let me know as well as Brian, so I can set you up with your email address and send you guys the link. Because I would have to send you a link for you to join the show. And like I said, there's room for 3 more people to join us. And it would be good to have a couple more people just, so they get the idea of how to work with 3D printed stuff and how to put it together and all that kind of good stuff.
Ethan, this is not a show where you can join into the chat or into the program to add you in. That would be on another show. But this is not the one where you would be able to join in and talk, like have a panel discussion. You have to find another one.
I want to buy Marty from M&M Shortline showed me some stuff that he put in his oil refinery loading docks for his tank cars, and he got them through Shapeways. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you know what? I need to get those because in my ethanol plant, I need to have that. And by the way, John, do you remember where my ethanol plant used to be?
Yeah.
Where was it?
It was, let's see, it was down. I'm trying to picture your layout right here. Ethanol plant. So I remember seeing the Prax. Because I want to say it was on the second level.
Well, that's where I was going to put it, but it originally was on the first level. You know where the overflow yard is
Yeah.
between
Yeah, up in
between
that
the
corner.
between the lumber facilities and North Glendale. You have that one
Yeah.
stretch there.
Yeah.
That's where it used to be. That's where I'm putting it back there.
Oh.
Yeah, I just always bet. And where I was going to put it up on the second level, where what I call Castle Hot Springs,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm going to put my auto rack facility.
Oh.
Yeah.
JD, I left off your F on part F.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'd forget to tell you that if I didn't do it now. So it's a good thing we were here.
Yeah.
I knew I did it too. I'm glad actually I got to tell you because I said I'm going to forget to tell him that too. Worked out.
Ethan likes your layout there, Brian.
Oh, tell him thank you so much. It has taken about 3.5 years to get to where it is now, and the track is pretty much all down. I got Bob emailed me, and it went to my junk mail, but I found it the other day, and I don't think I'm supposed to mix. I'm sorry to change the subject, but I think y'all could probably help me answer this, and it'll sure make time fly real quick. Am I supposed to mix insel frogs and electro frogs? Turnouts?
You can. I do not have.
can.
I have insel frogs on all of mine.
But you have some electro frogs with them?
I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, and so it's not causing you problems.
No.
Okay, because I've got some problems that I can't really explain where I'm getting some almost like arcing when the train's going through it, and it's not making any sense to me. So I went back through some emails from Bob, and he said something to the effect of that could be causing my problem, but I'm not sure why.
Brian
Yeah,
Norman said you effed up. Martin, yeah, the smell of moonshine. I'm looking forward to smelling some of that here in a couple of months when I go back to the Mountain State.
Where's that, JD?
West Virginia.
Oh, yeah. Good snow skiing there.
Take care,
Yeah,
Michael.
snowshoe.
Thanks
You've
for
been to
showing up
snowshoe?
tonight, buddy.
That's where we started in Gatlinburg, and then we graduated to Snowshoe. Gatlinburg's Tennessee.
Yeah, right.
And so we graduated to Snowshoe, and then we went to Colorado and never turned back. So see, I'm actually going to print this.
Snowshoe is right in my neighborhood.
That's a beautiful place. I'm going to print this with the raft on it because, even JD's right now is starting to warp some. So I'm going to start printing them all from now on, this piece with the raft on it, and that'll keep that from happening. Because his piece will come straight if I do that. So it's a good thing we did this like this. So now this one doesn't do that. It's fine. It's just got a little one. But
yeah, it was just that one piece.
It's just this one.
Just that one piece on the what number is that? B?
It's B.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's piece B.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you if you could imprint the numbers and letters in the stuff, and you did it, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, what I found is that if you paint the interior walls and you use a Sharpie, you paint over your, you paint over the Sharpie. And then that wasn't very professional anyway. And this looks pretty cool. I do have to be careful, though, that when I engrave, that I don't engrave too far in, though, where you could see light through the walls. I don't want you to see an A through the wall if there's an LED in there. And so I got to make sure and leave a good 1.5 millimeters, between the cut and the outside wall. Yeah. So those are little things that I've started to figure out in time with different, as JD called it, you got the first run on the diner. There's been about 7 now. So,
Yeah.
And it basically, that's how it works. I did the diner and then the outpost. And so the outpost has had about 4 runs. And then I did the warehouse and it's had about 3. So the longer something's around, the more I get to tweak it.
I don't know if that would work, Mr. Norman Rowe.
What do you say?
Norman's asking if you put it in, soak it in hot water and put a 1, 2, 3 block on top of it, wouldn't that straighten it out?
Oh, you talking about piece B?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but I mean, it might work, but I don't need for people who are getting this in their mailbox to have to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
They should just. And the thing is, the raft isn't bad. The only thing that the raft does, you have to be careful when you take the raft off, because I do the beveled edges, you know, and so the edges go to a point, and so you have to be careful when you're removing the raft that you don't remove my edge, you know, because you could, if you just pull it real hard and don't pay attention, you can pull my edge off some, and then your piece is going to be too short. So
yeah, really.
You just have to do it. You just have to remove the raft with care is all. And that's why I don't normally put them on there. Now I have started doing that with the littler pieces because it makes them easier to paint. You can hold the raft and paint your piece and let it dry and then pull the raft off. And that's really nice.
Hey, Brian, there's a couple comments in here on your Insulfrog, Electrofrog.
Good.
Situation, and they're saying that the frogs need to be insulated, have insulated past the frogs.
So both the interior, both the interiors need the insulated joiner on it, right?
Mm-hmm. Insulated joiner. Yeah, John Tanzillo says he's got 98 deco turnouts, and they are a mix of both Insulfrog and Electrofrogs.
Well, that's good to know. So I know I don't need to go in and pull them all out and stuff. I just need to work on them and fix out whatever something's wrong.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Because I really didn't want to pull those out.
No, that's a.
All right.
Well,
I've only got tonight is if you guys are interested in getting in on this build, contact me and contact Brian so you can get your kit delivered to you. And once everybody gets, I'm thinking about 2 weeks. We'll give everybody about 2 weeks to do this. So probably the first week in May, we'll probably do this. So
Happy Valley Hobbies, I send it to you as a ready to put together kit. It should have everything it needs to include written and video instructions, and it's ready to roll. It's not a file. I send the pieces and everything. I sure will, John. I'll reach out to you. But Happy Valley, yeah, it's ready to be assembled when it gets to you.
And don't forget, guys, if you intend to get in on this build, pick this up.
Yeah, I got to do that this weekend.
Now, Brian is saying that the new resin that he's using is more glue friendly, so we'll have to see that when we get it.
Now,
okay, take care, Steve 87.
I've even been able to use this stuff with the mat. This was just the cheapo testers. As a matter of fact, somebody told me in a video that Vinny's going to be mad at me for using this. I promise. I have a comment in a video. Somebody said Vinny's going to be mad at you for using that glue.
Here, this is the glue.
Yeah.
But I've got a lot of extras of these.
But look,
so do I.
That glue has teeth, right? It'll hold pieces together, and man, 8 minutes after you put it in there, if you need to make a teeny adjustment, you still can. It's nice because you can still kind of, it's like very forgiving is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If I remember, it's kind of like a gel, right? It's like thick.
It is pretty thick, yeah.
Yeah, I remember
that. What I do is I usually will use like a toothpick to apply it. So there's just a thin bead, you know.
Yeah.
But it's really nice as far as it's like a beginner glue is what I would call it.
Basically.
because
you know, like you
Yeah.
said, it's forgiving where you can actually make an adjustment. You know, after it kind of sets up a little bit, you can still make that little bit of an adjustment.
and
So,
what
yeah.
it won't do is where the expert glue will do. The expert glue is thinner, so the expert glue will run into the cracks and crevices
Right.
where the beginner glue won't. So the
Right.
expert glue is really going to get in there and make a more solid connection,
Right.
where this is more of a superficial one. But it is really easy to work with, and it's very forgiving, and so I do like that about it. But I have been searching for a good glue, and I think that I know that Schuylkill River John swears by the stuff Vinny the Plastro too.
Well,
He
you
said,
know, the reason why they actually make that is because most of their plastic is ABS. It's not styrene,
"Uh-huh,
and regular like the Model Masters glue won't work with ABS.
yeah,
It's because it's very shiny, and you know
mm-hmm.
the glue cannot get into where it needs to get into to adhere. That's why they use that the plastic weld, and it's exactly what it says. It welds it together. When you put it on there, it actually melts it together. Is what
Yeah,
happens.
okay,
Anyhow, guys, we're going to call it good for tonight. Like I
yeah."
said, if
Thank you for
anybody's
having me on,
interested,
man.
huh?
Thanks for having me on, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate
no
it.
problem, man. It's good.
Good
It was
show.
good to have you on, so we could get get all those little bugs and stuff worked out. And
Um,
I might have
cause
you on again in another week or so. You know, just to see how things are going.
I don't know if anybody's put it in there. My email is ironhorsehobbiesmk@gmail.com. So it's
I
just
believe Ralph has been posting it on
okay.
regular.
Well, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
just SMK stands for Scale Model Kits, and for some
Oh yeah,
reason,
right there it is.
I think a long time ago I tried to make an Iron Horse Hobbies email and then forgot the password, so I couldn't do it again. So I had to add something at the end. So I put SMK at the end for Scale Model Kits.
See this little red book right here?
Yeah, man.
What? Wait. Isn't that supposed to be a black book, Vinny?
Yeah.
I have problems remembering my password, so I have to write them down.
This one's more important
yeah.
than women, JD.
Yeah.
The email passwords and the YouTube passwords are more important than the black book for women.
Yeah, that's true.
Mr. Gus Hadley, please send me your email address. Send me an email with your home mailing address so I can get this gift out to you. Anyhow, guys, we're gonna call it good. Brian, thanks for showing up. John, thank you for
Thank
showing
y'all.
up.
Thanks everybody for coming tonight. It's good.
Yeah.
Good to see
Thanks.
y'all.
And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow's video. Don't forget, 12 o'clock noon Eastern time. It'll be parts 3 and 4 of my layout operations. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Y'all have a great
now.
weekend, everybody.
Yeah.
Good night,
Bye.
JD.
Happy
Take care,
Easter.
man.
Take care, Brian.
Bye-bye.